Good morning, everybody. It is a glorious day here in Arizona. We are going to be going through and working on Sylvia today, but I wanted to address some stuff. Obviously, it's been a while since I've actually made a video. Lots of changes going on. Just been focusing, obviously, the family with all the situation that's going on in the world right now. Super crazy. I'm not a fan. Who is? Luckily, I haven't been stuck at home working. I have been working inside of our storefront, but basically I wanted to go through and change some stuff up. The channel itself, obviously, it's primarily about Sylvia working on the car and everything else, but we're kind of gonna evolve it a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of branch out more into the social aspect, I guess you could say. Obviously, I'm still going to be doing mostly the car content. Obviously, there's been some changes here too, changing that up. I am going to go through, we're going to start making a list like we talked about in the last video of the things that we're going to be going through and starting with, which we'll do here later. But right now, it's morning. It's time for coffee. So we're going to go through and make some coffee right now. When it comes to coffee in this household, there is no messing around. We definitely like to have the good stuff. So we are going to go through, today we're going to have some Atomic Coffee Roasters blend. We're going to go through and grind this up right now. We're going to get the water started first. Before we start that, let's grab this and go over here and get it filled up. Gotta have this every single morning. There's no doing coffee lightly. You have to have coffee every single day. Okay, that should be good. Let's go through and put the lid back on here. Carry this back over here. Get that started. Now we're gonna go through and grind this, but this is definitely not a one-handed right now, so hang on. Over. We do drip style around here. This is one of our primary ones. Went through and made this little stand set up here. It's kind of nice, obviously. Coffee's making me awesome. But now we're gonna wait for the water. While we wait for the water, we're also gonna make a bagel because I'm hungry, and it's breakfast time. While the water and bagel are going, we can check out the fish tank. This is one of 3 that are in the house, but this one's obviously the main display because it's in the kitchen. The water is done. Let's go over here and start this. The bagel is done. Let's get that. Carry this over to the table. Need a knife. Gotta have this too, of course. Put cream cheese on. Cream cheese is on. Now we gotta go through and put some toppings on there. Okay, got the toppings on there. Now we're gonna go through and eat this while watching YouTube, of course. The coffee is done. I'm gonna slide this on over here. And then, one of the friends of the channel got me kind of started on this. She's actually one of my Russian friends. I think the proper way to say it, the way that she says it at least, I'm pretty sure is Dushon. I'm probably saying that wrong because, that's me. But anyways, a little bit of this in there. Definitely better than creamer for sure, because you can actually taste the coffee. So I would strongly suggest this to anybody who's super into coffee like I am. Just a suggestion. Anyways, we're gonna get this finished. The coffee is made. Now we're gonna go over and sit on the couch and watch some more YouTube while we drink our coffee. This is what happens around here. We've got doggos being lazy. Lots of doggos being lazy. Okay, coffee is done. Let's go put this away. And we will start getting up to the list. Okay, so to get this list started, I'm just going to go from back to front of the car just as I'm remembering it, and then we'll do later in the video actually walking around the car and everything else too. But I know right off the bat that I need to switch the chrome badge that's on the trunk lid over to the new blackout edition. It's more of the red line, which is actually what's on the front right now. To blackout, need to go through and take the trunk over and get it repainted, which that one there is probably going to be, God, my handwriting's awful. Good thing I can read it though. I got to get that repainted because from the factory spoiler that was pre-installed on there by Chevy, the wing itself rubbed against it, so it's actually all jacked up for the paint, which is very unfortunate because that's not something I could have fixed, and I wouldn't have known about it if I didn't switch over to the spoiler that's on there now. So that's kind of interesting. We gotta get that done. I gotta reline the passenger door, which is from the Lambo doors. It slipped out of, it cocked down a little bit, which I'll show you. And then I need to correct the what is it called? The fender. I need to what else? Oh, we need to do the brake calipers. I'm gonna go get those powder coated. The brake lines, need to redo that, which I'll show you that, what exactly is going on with that. That's irritating, but I couldn't really do anything about that. Spark plugs, wire loom, what else? Cable management, in the engine bay. And then, and probably want to touch up paint the spikes, which are actually the lug nuts. We need to do the lower splitter. Need to actually get that done. Need to cut that out of that sheet of plastic that's out there and get that mounted. What else? Need to redo the vinyl on the mirrors, because those are all cut up from, I mean, they've been on there since pretty much I got the car. I think this is a good list for now. We're gonna add as we go. I know that there's some other interior stuff that I want to get done as well, primarily customization. I need to also go through and, no, I think I'm gonna leave the seats in the back. It's definitely a conversation starter if anything, but we'll just say it's for future planning, because that's pretty much what it is. I do want to get a nitrous kit to put on the car, surprisingly enough. I want to put the tank in the back seat as well for that, or in the maybe do a remote line to the trunk itself as well, so I'm not quite sure there. I do need to go through and, actually let's put one more thing on there. I need to actually go through and clean the engine up, and the whole engine bay, we'll just say that. I think that's a good list for now. Let's stop there. Okay, so this is the first time you guys get to see the garage completed to where it's going to be for a while, or at least until I can get some better organization in here for storage solutions, but we'll see. Okay, so obviously you can tell that everything has been severely organized. Sylvia is not in her final spot because my plan is to get Pearl, the parts getter, parked in right here. So I'm gonna have to basically turn her to where she's facing this way, I believe. I should have enough space at that point to be able to get the traverse in there. And then obviously at that point then we can go through and start doing the tear down. But just to do a little bit of a quick tour around, I still have some stuff I obviously need to clean up, but there's the chrome badge that we talked about, the spikes that we got to go through and basically repaint because they're old at this point and they're starting to get some rust build up from the elements. Obviously the door is out of alignment, you can kind of tell because of the gap that's right here, as well as that's the fender that I got to go through and fix from the door coming out too far before it goes up. The calipers, I got to go through and tear those off. The engine compartment, which I'll pop the hood here in a second so you guys can see exactly what I'm going to be doing there. But before we go through and do any of that, let's go through and do a little bit of a startup. That's what everybody likes to hear. She's been on stands for a little bit, but she still fires right up, which is very good, especially for the fact that the battery has not gone out. So there was at one point, because I had some stuff that was plugged in that I forgot about, and then I ended up having to get her back up and running with some battery packs, a little bit of assistance. But anyways, got to go through and, like we were talking about with the vinyl here, it's frayed on the edges because of how old it is. I'm probably going to have to redo the hood spears as well, but I'm debating on leaving those because I do actually plan on getting a new hood. This one you can really tell it's been eaten up from car washes and bugs just hitting it when we're driving normal use, but gonna go through and redo all of that. From the manufacturer, this Icon Motorsports front end here, for some reason the mounting point for this fender over here was not attached to the actual bumper, so I gotta go through and JB weld that together in place to where it's not gonna have any issues. But let me pause this and I'll pop the hood. Okay, so for in here, gonna go through and clean up the plastics, do some re-cable management because the original wire loom, it just disintegrated off. It's not even there anymore. If you look here, it's all just crumbly and everything else. I mean, this is originally from 2014 from the factory. I'm gonna go through and probably paint the strut tower brace there. Got to go through and do the cable management like we were talking about, because I do have the color shift halos obviously on the front here. Got to clean that up and just redo the whole engine bay pretty much. Gonna take the top cover off, do the spark plugs and everything else that we put on the list, but there's that. And then for the inside of it, I have some surprises that I'm not going to tell you guys yet, but I'm going to go through and basically redo the inside a little bit too. And then we got to go through, you can't see it right now, but there's a little bit here of the paint like we were talking about that's chipped away from the old one, which is actually up here, which we still have all the original parts. I don't plan on getting rid of any of the stuff. I have the front end that's plastic wrapped right now and everything else too, just in case, you know. Who knows, I might change my mind. I might sell it, I don't know. But either way, that's where we're at right now. now. But so far so good. Well, I got it in there. I gotta do some fine tweaking, but that's just because I have all the crap that's over on this side, but it fits. It's all the way in, the door will shut. Woohoo! I was expecting it to, but it was pretty close. So I might have to hang some assist golf balls from the ceiling or something, just to make it a little easier to maneuver around in there. But now I can not have anything in front of my house, and that'll be really nice to have the driveway empty. So that's awesome. Woohoo! Some workspace on both sides. I had to put the carpet down here, which was normally underneath it. As I was saying before I accidentally hit the thing, I had the carpet normally underneath the Sylvia when she's parked here, and then I have it all rolled up right now because those wheel dollies don't like carpet. And it made it a nightmare getting her into where she was before I moved the car. Anyways, that's where we're at.